It is a tradition at Victoria that the last of the formal speeches is given by one of our newest graduates. The address is given on behalf of all the graduates by a speaker who has stood out in their time as a student at Victoria, exemplifying the qualities we seek to instill in our graduates. This afternoon's address will be given by Christopher Stemper, who has today graduated as a Bachelor of Commerce, majoring in accounting, taxation, and commercial law. Christopher was acknowledged on the Dean's List for Academic Excellence in 2012, and during his studies has received awards for academic excellence in both accounting and taxation. Christopher is currently working for KPMG, one of New Zealand's leading accounting firms. He is planning further study towards becoming a chartered accountant and hopes that his qualification will allow him to travel and work overseas. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Christopher Stemper to give the graduate address.
Unique New York. Unique New York. Alrighty. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Mum, Dad. On behalf of all the talented and now educated students in the room, I would like to give a very warm welcome to everyone gathered here today on this momentous occasion. What an honour and a privilege it is to stand here on behalf of Victoria's finest commerce students. Secondly, I would like to offer a huge congratulations to all of the students on their achievements during their time studying at Victoria University. They say that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step, and this is certainly a large step in that journey that is called life. A big thank you to Victoria University for providing great facilities, a variety of lecturers, and all the resources we could possibly need in order to succeed. You have given me the foundation that I have required in order to begin my career in accounting. Not so thankful, however, for putting your campus up one of the steepest hills located in Wellington. To arrive in your lecture with a good bead of sweat upon the brow. I suppose this is to help avoid the infamous Fresher 5. For those of you who are unaware of the Fresher 5, it is the dreaded 5 kg gains in your first year of university studies. Thank goodness for Puputia campus. Victoria's slogan is get amongst the best, and by default, that makes all of us sitting here in this room simply the best. I feel as though we should all take pride in that notion. There are both many faces I recognise and don't recognise in the crowd, but I wish you all the best on your future endeavours. Now that we have finished university, it is time to move into what is known as the real world, where working 4-hour shifts are a myth and waking up in the afternoon is a thing of the past. It is certainly a big ocean out there, and we are all fairly small fish. However, it is our degrees that separate us from the rest. I am a huge believer in personal branding, and it is what differentiates every single one of us from another. A degree is one of the most important investments you can make, and that is an investment in yourself. I read that the average time spent looking over a CV is 15 seconds, so you need to make sure you really stand out. As poor students living off Meggerine noodles and baked beans, our decision is one where we have made a short-term sacrifice for a long-term gain. We will all look back and know we have made the right decision by choosing to study at Victoria. I myself have been able to land a job, as mentioned, at KPMG, a global accounting firm where I'm looking forward to utilising what I have learned at uni and putting that into practice. A quick shout out to my fellow KPMG graduates out in the crowd. You know who you are. There is a joke going around about us accountants that I would like to share today. Just for the records, it isn't true. Does anyone know what accountants use as contraception? Apparently it's our personalities. Putting this aside, although my degree directly relates to my future career, this will not necessarily be the case for a lot of you and can be irrelevant. This is because a degree at Victoria University is world-renowned, and with the right attitude will take you places. An example of this is my uncle. He studied geology, that being the study of rocks, and then ended up having a very lucrative career in IT. I'm not too sure of the connection, albeit back in his day, a computer probably closely resembled a rock. But this relates back to my personal branding, whereas his degree differentiated himself from others and gave him the jumpstart he required. A wise man once told me that the more you put into life, the more you get out of it. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. There is a saying that C's get degrees. Yes, this is true. However, I believe a B or more will get you through the door. This does not simply mean working every minute, day in, day out, but finding that work-life balance. The simple cliche of work hard, play hard. However, to be fair, at university, this probably correlated to work hard, play harder. When it came time for exams, for 4 years I would have the exact same routine. I would get time off work, around 2 to 4 weeks. During the study period, alcohol did not exist. I found that the smallest of distractions would aggravate me. Study breaks only consisted of the consumption of food or the quick dabble on Facebook to see what was actually going on out there. Finally, a customary study bed would be gone and not shaved until I'd sat my final exam. Within this bed contained the knowledge of everything I had studied, and I could see that a few people had done the same. In the end, all the hours put in were completely worth it, as there aren't too many better feelings out there than tied to hearing the words pens down in your final exam each trimester. As a grad, I have with me a couple of TUI billboard suggestions that I think are appropriate. Yes, I attended all my lectures this trimester. I will start the assignment 2 weeks before it's due. I am only going to spend my course-related costs on textbooks and stationery. To everyone out there, a final congratulations. Enjoy celebrating with loved ones and friends, and go large. I would like to leave everyone with this final thought. If you're not living life on the edge, then you're taking up too much room. Congratulations.